Hi, I'm Sharad Kuttan and here are the highlights for the week. 1MDB heads our list of stories that grab front page headlines and the lion's share of column inches both locally and internationally. The Economist put it simply, gathering steam. Problems at a state investment fund are bad news for Malaysia's Prime Minister. But is it also bad news for the country? Bank Negara chief assured us this week that 1MDB's problems don't pose a systemic risk for the country's financial system. From the confident smiles just a few weeks ago to this morning's admission by the Deputy Finance Minister that not all is well, the story of 1MDB has changed dramatically. The Prime Minister tells the Auditor General to look at 1MDB's books. DPM tells Parliament's Public Accounts Committee to look at the books too. And the Attorney General's office sets up a task force involving the MACC and PDRM. All in preparation for the Auditor General's report, with even the Inspector General of Police noting that the Prime Minister himself might be called in to help in investigations. Gathering steam indeed. But is it all just hot air? Dr. Mahathir once dubbed him Ustad Air Liur for his alleged practice of making holy water by spitting into water bottles and distributing them to the faithful. Who is he? Well, he's just been elected the new Masyidul Am or spiritual leader of PAS. And just in case you're wondering, he's not supportive of the Pakatan Raya. And the Selangor Water restructuring exercise is dead. Well, dead in the water, with federal and state governments blaming each other for the latest twists in this ongoing saga. But the story of the week for me is a debate in the legal fraternity. Argumentative lawyers? Where's the news in that, you ask? Well, the annual general meeting to be held tomorrow is no regular noisy legal shindig. So let's get into it. So who drew first blood? Was it the Bar Council President Christopher Leong with his remarks following the guilty verdict against Anwar Ibrahim in his second sodomy trial? Or is this an older debate? The Bar Council President asked, was Anwar persecuted or prosecuted? Well, that might be a matter of opinion, but for some, the conduct of the trial and the verdict has had to be defended through a roadshow. So, there are members of the Bar who are unhappy with the Council's position. They say that Leong's remarks were a direct attack on the federal court without any legal basis and with the effect of bringing the federal court into disrepute and odium. Now, Law Professor Gudil Singh Nijjar says that in fact Leong was referring to the conduct of the prosecution and not the judgment. Does this matter to those lawyers calling themselves the Group of 100? No way. Some are unhappy with the Council's leadership while others want the Council to support the government in its continued use of the Sedition Act. But coming back to my original question, when did this all begin? Remember, there have been offshoots in the legal fraternity. The Muslim Lawyers Association was formed in 1987 by former Cabinet Minister and uber-liberal Zaid Ibrahim. But he wrote recently, I established the association not to make Muslim lawyers stupid, but to make Muslim lawyers at the bar defend the secular constitution that I foresaw 25 years ago as being threatened by ambitious politicians. But there have also been attempts to set up rival legal organizations, an attempt that would split the legal fraternity and weaken it. Suka Guam is a legal volunteers group. It's already announced that it plans to have a roadshow to gather opinion of stakeholders in a bid to press for a second legal body. Suka Guam chairman Khairul Anwar Rahmat says that this second body will give lawyers a choice of representation so they are not implicated in what they call the negative actions of the Bar Council. The G100 say they are not connected to the Suka Guam initiative. And the current council president says, they will have a fight on their hands. We will defend the Malaysian Bar vociferously and mightily without fear or favor. So what are the motions that are going to be debated tomorrow? Well, there are 12 of them in total, including one to censure the lead prosecutor in the Anwar Ibrahim sodomy trial for his conduct after the verdict. Perhaps none of these debates tomorrow will match the juicy, salacious quality of Shafi Abdullah's tell-all post-trial roadshow. But it is a barometer of what is happening in Malaysia today. And as lawyer Edmund Bond in a current affairs show we aired just this morning notes, a strong bar is a bulwark against the authoritarian state. If you want to listen to the podcast, the link is down at the description below. That's all we have for headlines this morning. If you have any comments, leave them below. I'm Sharad Kuttan, BFM 89.9.